desperado, rough rider. No, you don't want nada. None of this. Six gunning this, brother running this. Buffalo soldier. Look, it's like I told you. Any damsel that's in distress, be out of that dress when she meet Jim West.
Episode 64.
Let's go.
It is, baby.
N64,
Let's do it,
dude.
We've had a fucking good week.
Great
We're
week.
on top right now, dude. We're on top.
We're the best.
Oh my god, dude.
The shirts are out.
Shirts are out.
Shirts are fucking lit.
JP smashed a femme, dude. That was awesome.
Jordan Peterson destroyed a femme, dude.
Dude, it's so funny.
That was a good crusher.
That was hilarious. He crushed her, dude.
Well, that girl was bad.
Well, she's a victim now.
She
instantly went from like, I'm a fearless woman. Do you know what I did to get here? And then like she lost that debate, and she's like, his trolls are threatening me, dude. It's so funny how they do that.
Oh man.
Well, that's a funny thing too about how like her whole thing was how fierce women should be in the workplace, and like that dude gets people fucking with him every day, and she got butt fucked in a debate, being an asshole to him.
She was, man.
She's a fucking dick.
Yeah, listener, go watch that debate. Jordan Peterson versus.
I forget her name. Katie something. She Channel 4.
YouTube Jordan Peterson versus British cunt.
Yeah, seriously, dude. It'll pop up. But yeah, that was so fucking funny, dude. Yeah, but now her whole thing today was that there's been threats and they had to hire a security force. And then there's like her Twitter's her on a couch being like, we're just fine. It was all in the she was saying like it was all in the love of the game. We were just, everything was great. And it's like, dude,
she was a fucking asshole.
You got butt fucked.
He would say a very logical statement.
Yeah.
That wasn't offensive to women.
No.
He was just doing like what his profession is. He was speaking on it. And she'd be like, oh, so you think women are stupid?
Well, she was,
so all women are stupid.
She would stop and go,
that's not what I'm saying at all.
What? No, she would go,
oh, no.
So what you're saying is that women should just pack it up and forget about it. And he was like, no, I didn't know. I didn't say it.
If you listen to what I'm saying, that's not what I'm saying at all. You're being preposterous.
That was so fucking funny.
Like, so women are stupid. Are we stupid? It's not it.
Yeah,
that was stupid. Do you think we're stupid?
And then out of nowhere, she's like, so if there's every feminist says, like, if there's a little girl watching right now, blah, 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 blah. And it's like, he's like, yeah. She's like, you're saying don't reach for the top. He's like, no, she should totally reach for the top. Yeah. What are you saying? Dude, that was so funny.
It's like, she should work hard. She should work damn hard. Yeah. It's a cruel world out there. It's very hard for everyone.
It is funny how now they're just like, all right, we lost and we're victims. Yeah. Instantly back to victim mode.
Spacey, I'm gay, dude.
What is that?
Kevin Spacey being like,
oh yeah,
I'm gay.
Dude, clearly.
It's the fucking, I'm the victim.
Dude, that's
like, you were an asshole. You acted like a fucking asshole. You're not the victim.
Yeah.
You were, everything he said, she just tried to put words in his mouth that were not even close to what he was saying.
Well, dude, if that was two guys debating and the one guy lost and everyone was like, aha, you fucking lost, or if he had lost and everyone was like, you fucking suck, you fucking Nazi, it would have been like, good, tell him. That was funny.
Yeah,
that's funny how that worked. Dude, the Aziz thing, that was a tough week for them.
The Aziz, man.
Aziz backfired hard. They thought they're going to take down the fucking Indian king of comedy.
It was their own hierarchy that backfired on them. They attacked a brown man. So other white femmes were able to pick that up and fucking be like, I'm even stronger than you.
Dude, that is funny to be like, he just asked for head.
Yeah, also, I do want to make it clear. He was rightfully defended, 100%.
Hell yeah, dude.
It was just a mean date.
It wasn't even mean.
It was a little,
he ignored this girl.
It was slightly aggressive to her.
What did he do? He asked for a blowjob.
He just treated her like she was a star fucker, which
she was.
Exactly. Exactly. He wasn't like fucking chivalrous, is what I'm saying.
He doesn't have to be.
I agree.
And if it's,
it was just a mean
I know.
date. It was a mean.
Date. I mean, it was like, my thing is if to go. It's like if my sister was dating fucking like Jack Shepard. I don't know why Jack Shepard pops in my head.
Dax Shepard?
Dax, whatever his name is. Dax Shepard.
Dax Shepard?
And like she was like, yeah, I went to his house, we drank wine, and then went out to dinner, asked me for a blowjob. I'd be like, you just did all the pre-blowjob rituals, dude. Yeah. You drank wine in his house, you went to a 5-star restaurant, and then you went back to his house.
Yeah. Actually, he was asking to fuck the entire time. And
was he?
Yeah. And she just kept giving him head.
She just and then she'd kept throughout the night?
Yeah.
She gave him like 5 blowjobs?
3 different blowjobs.
What?
Yeah. Then he kept giving her the claw when he would stick his hand in her mouth and then finger her. The Aziz claw, dude.
Did he eat her pussy?
I think so, yes.
That's bullshit, the fact that they had oral sex.
On the counter.
He should have proposed.
True.
If I eat a girl's pussy, do I instantly wipe my mouth and kneel? And I'm like, will you marry me,
he's Indian, so that was an arranged rape.
Her uncle set it up.
Yeah, dude.
Well, that was funny how she bragged.
Or
to her.
Pakistani. I think he's Muslim, so he's probably Pakistani.
Yeah, who knows? He's a fucking asshole, dude.
True,
He's
dude.
A fucking
I'm so
I
sick
can't
of this.
believe, dude. He got head
Did
and
you go to
didn't.
the women's march?
Yeah, dude, I was there.
I was there.
I was there, fucking marching my ass off, dude.
That was fun.
Where was that?
I think a lot of them were by the art museum, at least.
I was at the one in Paris. I was at like the satellite march.
Oh,
I
you
flew
went
to Paris.
Well, that was a good march there. I heard a lot of things got accomplished. I heard.
What do they do?
They just fucking.
They're more
totally
women are more political than men right now, dude. They're actually
Definitely.
supporting our democracy right now.
Did you see Trump's tweet
No.
about the women's march?
What'd he say? Oh, dude, did he?
It was one of the greatest tweets.
Oh my god!
Look, and I said this on stage on the night of the feminist march, which was a mistake.
What?
Because there were
Everyone
a
mad?
ton of women from the march at the show.
Oh, there was one in Philly too.
Yeah, at the art
Okay,
museum.
so they did another march.
They did marches everywhere.
So everyone's Facebook profile picture was different.
Yes,
I'm
and
sure.
it was all these women. The audience was like 70-30 women. And I was like, "Well, you guys at the march today?" Yeah, they're like just talking shit. And I walked 2 tables.
Really?
As a fucking middle.
Well, you know how powerful they were, dude.
They were so powerful. The one girl was like, "You're being mean."
It's like, yeah.
She heckled my set by screaming I was being mean.
What did?
And I was like, "Yeah, I am."
Yeah, definitely.
So that's what I'm doing up here. Yeah, what the fuck? You think I'm fucking Pete Holmes? I'm gonna come up here and be a nice,
Yeah.
schlubby fucking bitch.
Like, I just want to let you guys know that I'm with you to the end.
So powerful what you guys did today by getting drunk together.
Yeah.
You got day drunk outside.
Is that what they did? They just drank some
that's all it
mimosas.
is. You just go get fucking day drunk and you're like, me powerful. You guys don't even know how powerful we are.
That's so fucking sad.
But then Trump tweeted, and I said, and I tried to explain this on stage, and it totally flopped.
it's tough,
But I was like,
it's tough to explain.
I was like, I know you guys hate him, but you got to give him credit. This was one of the greatest counterpunches of all time.
What'd he say?
To the women's march, he said, "Beautiful weather all over our great country. A perfect day for all women to march. Get out there now to celebrate the historic milestones and unprecedented economic success and wealth creation that has taken over the last 12 months. Lowest female unemployment in 18 years."
No.
Such a fucking.
So you
great
explained
move.
that to them. They were
Yeah.
like,
Like, it's so funny that Trump was like, "Oh, they're gonna march. Good.
oh my God.
Let's
Dude,
make it so they're celebrating me."
there's no, I mean, this is just a pure personal observation that holds no weight at all, but there's no grimmer mug than a woman walking to work on a cold morning at 8 in the morning. I see them because I go to the gym and come home at like 7:30, and I see girls
'cause
with
they're
like
miserable.
fur hoods over their
They're
head.
not working. They're not having children. They're working too often.
It is funny how they're like, we're kick ass. We just want a career, and it's like I watch them all walk to their jobs, dude, and it's just like Sourpuss Frogger across Spring Garden Street. They're just like, they're fucking so mad in the morning.
Yeah.
They're
yeah.
all in the morning. I can just see their eyes just like turned upside down, and they're all thinking about Christian Grey, dude. They just want to get spanked in on the 50th floor, dude. I'm telling you, I watch them walk, and it's just like purely fucking furious.
Yeah, the fact that I walked 2 different tables as a fucking middle was like. It was,
That was this weekend.
yeah,
Oh
yeah.
my God,
As a middle, 2 different tables got up and walked.
that's so funny.
That's terrible.
That's balling, dude.
No,
That's
that's
sick.
not good.
You gotta
And then-
do it, dude.
And then the manager from Helium came back and was like, "Yeah, you walked 2 tables," and I was like, "Fuck yeah!" And the manager was like, "Why are you happy about that?" I was like, "I don't know. That's fucking sick, dude."
What am I supposed to say?
Yeah, what am I? Oh my god, I'm so sorry.
Yeah.
It's like, nah, dude, that's sick. And she was like, "You're the only comic I've ever met that's happy they walked people." In my head, I was like, "Well, Patrice O'Neill would have been happy."
Yeah, hell yeah. So would have.
In my head, I'm like, "I'm pretty much Patrice O'Neill."
So would have Lenny Bruce, dude. Lenny Bruce loves that.
Yeah, I'm just edgy as fuck, dude.
Exactly. You're the
But
edge. You're the
a
edge
couple of them
lord.
were Asian, so I went out and I was like, "Oh, very sorry to you."
Did you?
No, I didn't
Oh
apologize.
my God.
I was. It was funny too because one of the tables was in the front row,
Yeah.
and it was a young girl and her mom, I think, and the girl was pretty fucking hot, and she was laughing. She was like trying to hold laughs because her mom was furious,
And her old feminist mom.
And her
fucking,
mom, yeah, her mom in the fucking vest next to her was pissed.
Really?
Yeah.
Damn, dude. She had the We Can Do It bandana on. She
was
fucking
pissed.
flexed and left.
She had a beret. She was like, "This is not acceptable."
She was Bay Guevara, dude. She was.
Dude, Bay Guevara.
Holy
the
shit, that's
bays were
so
out.
funny you walked them.
And then what's really funny is the next day was the NFC Championship, and the protest, like the women's march, was now replaced by just pure fucking
Animals, dude.
just dudes that are out there like, Vikings are a bunch of pussy faggot cunts.
Yeah, it is funny how it's everyone's different turn to go do that,
Yeah.
and how it's just like, all right, you're done.
Somebody
Next.
drove a dune buggy up the Rocky Steps. It was fucking.
my God,
It was the
man.
Wild West out here.
I was trying to sleep that night, and it was just horns going off.
Yeah.
People were just laying on their horns. I actually found out, women were apparently tricked into smoking. I think what's going to happen, there's going to be a lot of new like product trends coming out of this. Women got tricked into smoking the same way. Because did I tell you about this?
No, what's that?
How in I think it might have been when did women's suffrage kick in? 30s maybe?
Yeah, sure.
Sometime around then. But
Yeah.
so they were doing like a women's march for, trying to vote and stuff. And
Bullshit.
before the march, someone came up to, there was not Philip Morris, but whoever was the big tobacco giant back then.
Hold on, I'm sorry.
Go ahead.
It's so funny that they wouldn't let him vote, dude. It's so funny that they had the fucking balls back then to be like, what, my fucking wife is going to make a decision? It's like, look, she can decide on the curtains and what we're eating, but this is war. She's not going to vote.
It was also poor dudes couldn't vote. It was
Fuck
everyone.
them, dude. Have you seen poor dudes? Mm-hmm. You don't want them making choices.
No, that's all. Yeah, you can't do that. But yeah,
I should have no vote with my income.
I don't
should have
actually.
zero
I don't feel.
vote.
I don't feel that I'm actually worthy to vote, so I withhold mine.
Exactly.
Until I own enough land, I'm not going to vote.
I got to get land and several slaves, and then I'm going to vote.
But yeah, they told this. So the guy, basically the Philip Morris of the 30s, went to this advertising guy, Bernays, who was Sigmund Freud's nephew, and was like, "Dude, how can we get women to smoke cigarettes? Because only guys are doing it." It would have been like if women were dipping back then.
Yeah.
It would just be like, "What the fuck are they doing?"
Yeah.
And there was a women's march. So the guy Bernays got reporters. He had a bunch of Hollywood starlets at the time. He's like, "Look, you're going to go there. You're going to light up a cigarette, and reporters are going to ask you what you're doing. And you're going to say you're lighting torches of freedom."
Yeah,
They
you
did it,
mentioned
dude.
this,
They
yeah.
did it. Now women fucking smoke.
Yeah.
And
What do
it
you
all
think they're
caught
trying
on.
to sell right now, other than Justin Timberlake and
Yeah, I was about to say fucking Taylor
pop
Swift.
stars? Taylor
Swift.
Swift.
Yeah. It's like the pop star pantheon. It's like Beyonce tickets. This whole thing's
Yeah.
to sell Beyonce tickets.
What's his
Little
name?
Monsters.
Mashuli gave me a book on. You might have read it on 4chan and
I didn't read it.
like the alt-right and Tumblr and the left and how the internet influenced it. And it starts out talking about how the left, they used the formula to get Obama elected the first time with Beyonce sang, Oprah cried, everybody was happy. And then they tried the same formula again with Hillary, where they even got Beyonce again
I know.
to be like,
And Jay-Z.
she's my queen.
Dude, they've been doing that forever. That whole guy with the women smoking thing, he theorized based off Freud that humans are totally non-rational and emotional creatures. So if you just put celebrities saying things, that most people are going to be like, yeah, Beyonce's right. We need to vote for this person.
Makes perfect sense.
That's what fucking Bill Clinton did. They hire focus groups and what are you guys worried about? And they're like, they hit all their worries and they just go out and say those things. So there's no that's how they figure all that stuff out. So now they use the internet for it too, so they can mass poll people and just hear what people want and just go out and be like, here's what I'm going to do. And everyone's like, fuck yeah, that's awesome.
It's what's really
Crazy.
funny. The book breaks down when it all started, when the internet became just they're mainly Coney in 2012. That was the first viral video that really was the high water, the first major slacktivism is the term.
What's Coney?
Coney 2012 was the Ugandan warlord that had child soldiers.
Okay, yeah.
And in 2012, it was hashtag Coney 2012, where it was we got to stop this warlord.
What?
Just some random fucking guy in Uganda. And the whole West was we gotta destroy this guy.
Dude, that's fucking crazy.
And then it turned out that the guy who made the documentary lost his shit and ended up jerking off in public. And then Uganda's government was like, you guys don't understand the situation with him.
Yeah.
Stay the fuck out of this.
Of course
you have
you don't.
no
Yeah.
idea what you're talking
Yeah.
about. And so it went from every single person was posting it online as this virtue signaling fucking you remember how, do you even remember that?
I don't remember.
I just remember even then being this is ridiculous that these people, I didn't know what virtue signaling necessarily was. But the fact that just some dipshit I knew from high school was posting a Coney 2012 video on his Facebook.
That's crazy.
We need to stop this guy.
Well, it feels good.
Yeah, exactly.
I used to write for a website. This guy started a thing. I forget what the fuck it was called, but the whole point of the website was like, it was for people to pledge money and then write on Facebook that they pledged money to certain causes. And within like months, this guy had millions of people going. You could show what you did, and then he just took all that web traffic and turned it into like a viral blooper site. So I used to like go under viral videos and be like, look at this guy fall on his nuts on a rail, and he took all this like charity stuff and ported it. That's the move, dude. If you want to sell stuff, to like 20 to 30-year-olds, just convince them they're like changing the world a little bit, and they're all fucking over it.
So when it took a dark turn though, after Coney, there was the backlash of like the guy got filmed jerking off in public that directed it.
It's tough.
And like so people like slowly backed off and realized they were being kind of cunts about it.
Yeah.
And then Harambe died. The gorilla.
That was in 2012?
I think 12 or 13.
What the fuck, man? I feel like I've been living on a rock. I'm like, what?
I
I thought that was like last year.
When I read that, I was like, man, I feel like I was just doing material on Harambe.
I thought Harambe was last year.
No. Harambe was a while ago.
What the fuck?
It was the next dark turn that like slacktivism.
Yeah.
That was kind of the birth of like the alt-right and 4chan and all this shit, because then they just started ironically and mockingly posting like R.I.P. Harambe, hashtag Harambe, dicks out for Harambe, like all this shit.
Well, that was that happened to that dude Gaddafi. He was like, he was a villain, and then we loved him for a while, and then he was a villain again, and then he was trying to escape because we basically unleashed his whole country on him, and we drone striked his convoy, and he like ran and hid in a sewer, and they shoved a fucking stick up his ass and killed him.
Yeah,
like America totally did that to him.
for sure.
They're like, yeah, terrorism's your fault. So apparently it all came from Syria. They started unleashing suicide bombs, and people were just like they unleashed a suicide bomb on Reagan, and he saw that. He's like, we're going in the Middle East, we're going to straighten them out. Someone blew up a Marine base with a suicide bomber, and Reagan was like, they're never going to scare us, and they pulled all the fucking troops out. He was like, I'm not fucking with that at all. And the whole thing just went fucking crazy.
Yeah,
Syria's trying to up their tourism right now.
Syria?
I swear to God, I read a thing. It was like Syria's worried about their tourism. They're trying to up it. That'd be the best fucking tour. Like, yeah, and here we have a young girl raped over there in the bombed out building.
And now at the end of tour, I kidnap you, and now I sell you for $50.
It was hilarious. It's like, dude, you guys might want to wait a year before.
I saw
Damascus is lit right now, dude.
There's
get up there.
I think it was on. There's the white helmets.
Yeah,
there was maybe it wasn't.
The
ones
was
something
pulling
about
people,
Syria.
Yeah, crying for Syria,
where they were showing that there's still like a beach life. There's still like a salt life section of Syria.
What?
There's still like a nice coast. Like there's still dude. Tourism there. I might head out there.
Dude, I mean, it's got to be fucking cheap.
Syria?
Yeah.
I bet.
It would just suck to get because I was in Brazil and I got robbed with knives, but like to be in Syria and just run the chance of getting like beheaded by a rogue warlord, dude, that would fucking suck.
That would, dude.
And just flying into the Syrian airport, it would just everyone would stop and be like, you would totally kill the vibe. The music would be playing in there, I'd be like, they'd see a fucking see your Notre Dame gear.
Be the fucking Star Wars bar, dude. Yes.
Yeah, Syria's tourism industry is fucking lit. I might become a Syrian travel agent.
You should, man.
You guys want to go to Damascus? And this is where Assad dropped a chlorine bucket on children, right there.
Russia paid for the chlorine bucket, ice bucket challenge.
Apparently, Assad's favorite band is guess his favorite band.
Assad's favorite band?
Assad Jr. Assad Jr. They're like the one we have now.
His favorite band.
It's an older band.
U2.
ELO. It's ELO. Yeah, I've been watching nothing but Middle East documentaries the last. I've watched literally like maybe 8 hours of like Middle East / America conspiracy documentaries.
My favorite is
fucking awesome.
Every time there's a bomb, the camera crew gets there, and then like one guy will run up to the camera, sometimes holding a dead kid, but like and just be like, "This is all this," like pointing his hand straight in the air, just like, "This is the cost of your war." Like, yeah. There's always like 3 or 4 guys just standing behind him, like, "Fuck yeah,
hell yeah, dude!"
And then it cuts to a crowd with guns and shit.
Dude, footage, dude, you're absolutely. It was funny because I was watching that, and every single Middle Eastern leader they all fist pump. They go. They raise their fists, and they get everyone. Everyone just gets so fucking hype over there. All you gotta do is fist pump. If you're a leader, just be like, "We are the best. We are the best," and everyone's just like, "Fuck yeah!" I was watching the footage of it, dude. It's so fucking funny.
Yeah, it's a real nightmare over there. It really sucks to watch those documentaries.
I was loving
ISIS documentaries, shit like that. It's just like, damn.
I mean, dude, the idea of the suicide bombing is fucking crazy. I never really thought about where it came from and how, like, some guy just read the Quran. He was like, because you're not supposed to kill yourself if you're a Muslim. And he's like, well, you're not killing yourself. You're sacrificing yourself for a holy war. Yeah. And they're like, well, you're not supposed to kill non-Muslims, or you're not supposed to kill Muslims either. And they're like,
well, they're not Muslims.
They're infidels, dude. And it's like, what the fuck?
And then they usually get kids to do it.
Yeah.
Fucking.
They get the school buses. They got
wild time.
It started off, they got the school buses, and they put a bunch of kids on a school bus and sent them into a minefield. And like, all right, run through that field and then blow up all the mines. They're like, you'll be with Allah.
That's what happened in Iraq. I think it was Morocco. You remember the Coalition of the Willing when we went into Iraq?
No.
Chappelle made fun of it when he was like, when he did Black Bush. Do you remember that? He's like, Japan's sending PlayStations.
No.
He's like, so-and-so's dropping Stankonia's dropping bombs over Baghdad. But in real life, I think it was Morocco, gave us monkeys for minefields. Like, he would open a crate of monkeys and let them run across the field and see if they blow up.
That's better than fucking kids.
For sure, but it's still hilarious.
Still
to be like,
fucking cool.
We send you 100 monkeys
to
run across field now.
I mean, that's bad, dude. When your like army consists of like unleashing the monkeys, dude. They definitely come in barrels, too, dude. They pop the barrel off and they're all hook armed and they come out.
Just stepping on a landmine.
Dude, that's so crazy to think of someone somewhere just sitting across a field and just watching monkeys just being disemboweled by explosives. That's got to be crazy. That's part of someone's day. They go home and like, my day was good, very successful.
There are several monkeys having exploded.
Yeah, it's so fucking crazy, dude.
You ever see the bomb dogs they used in World War II?
No.
It was pretty fucking sad.
They sent I see. I don't know why monkeys are so much closer.
Monkeys are funnier.
They're so much closer to humans, but a dog, dude, is like,
monkeys.
Oh man.
They would train these dogs to run under tanks. And they kept training them how to run under tanks.
So they're suicide bomb dogs?
Yeah. So then they would put a bomb on its back with a stick in the air. So that when the stick bent under the tank, it would explode. So they would send dogs at tanks.
I mean, please tell me they use like wiener dogs or something. If they use wiener dogs,
I think it might have been the Germans. So
they're chefs,
probably
dude.
chefs. Although dachshunds,
they use little dachshunds.
Dachshund bomb, yeah. Imagine a dachshund blowing up your tank.
I mean, if you're in a tank and I'm like in the middle of tank warfare and I just see like a little wiener dog, I'd be like, huh? It would definitely get me every time.
You'd definitely be like, light it up.
Oh, shit.
No, you gotta shoot that fucking thing.
I wouldn't suspect a bomb on a dog's back. I'd be like, look at this fucking dog coming through the back. I'm like, oh,
under
shit.
a tank.
Yeah, like, I just want some warmth like a stray cat.
Yeah, I don't know if they ever really got to use those. I don't know how often they did.
They definitely blew a couple dogs up to test them out. They're like, all right, they threw a tennis ball. The dog was like, oh, sick, fetch. I love this game.
Monkeys blown up is a lot funnier. Also, fuck monkeys. I don't like them.
I could give a fuck about monkeys. I mean, I like going to the zoo. They're my favorite thing to see at the zoo. But yeah, if someone's like, here's a monkey, here's a dog, put one across the minefield, I would be like, I'd hold my dog's collar and chuck a banana.
For sure.
Like, yo, get it, baby.
Get out of here, dude. They're just piece of shit people.
They are.
They're like the worst people.
They are.
You ever see chimps out there doing crazy shit?
They're assholes, dude.
Yeah, they're just the worst type of person. Like, they'll just rip people apart. And
yeah.
I don't like them. Dogs, on the other hand.
We've co-evolved with dogs, dude. We didn't co-evolve with monkeys.
Obsessed with them.
I love them.
I'd love to send a tank dog out, though.
You do?
Yeah, be like, go fucking.
I'd take the bomb, dude, and I'd take it off my dog's back.
You would suicide. You would halal lock bomb.
No, I would just throw it at the tank. You'd be like, come on, dog, we're out of here. Fuck this. We're deserting. This is bullshit.
Yes. Good stuff.
Hell yeah, dude.
Yeah, the weekend was nice.
Oh yeah, you had a whole booked weekend.
A whole weekend at Helium. That was fun. And then the birds, dude. How do you feel about your birds?
My dude, I have been
the birds.
I have been bedridden with Eagles fever, dude.
I
couldn't get up.
The whole city's infested with Eagles fever.
I couldn't move, dude.
Birds.
I actually worked. I worked the day after for my cousin for a little bit, and I went to a warehouse, and like, it was funny watching the after effects of like hangovers in action because like. There's these three dudes trying to load just a simple crate onto a truck, and they're all arguing. The crate fell over twice.
Man.
They'd be like, get the fucking. Just sleep deprived and drunk from the night before. I thought everyone would be in good spirits.
I mean,
The metal shop was fucked up, man. Everyone in there was the kid on the thing, like fucking was like crashing into shit. He was having a tough time on the forklift. There's some like
imagine.
Mexican dude was like, "Get off the forklift, dickhead." It was so fucking funny.
I can't imagine what's going to happen if they win this.
Dude, it's gonna
If
be
they win the Super Bowl,
it's gonna be dogs with bombs strapped to their
it
back.
will be.
It's
Dude.
gonna,
It'll be monkeys.
it's gonna be Damascus, dude. We're gonna get fucking chlorine dropped
Could
on us.
be ISIS could start, dude.
We
We should
will.
start ISIS in this revolution.
We should. It will. It'll be like yeah. It'll be like Arab Springs.
Yeah.
Just have a bunch of fucking white trash out there,
Sniper.
like. "Ah."
Sniper will start opening fire. We'll be like, holy shit, dude.
Dude, I was here when the Phillies won.
Governments are
When the
attacking
Phillies
us.
won, they had full SWAT. They had a school bus pull up, SWAT guys like swinging batons, like get the fuck out, and no one even cared about the
No one
Phillies.
gives a fuck about baseball.
I saw a car get flipped. I saw a Toomey luggage store get the window broken. I was involved in a slight looting operation in a
Fuck
deli.
yeah.
We were everyone was in a deli and we're
What'd you
waiting.
loot?
We were in a deli buying beer, and then the line was so long, everyone was like, "Fuck it!" And we just started chugging beers in this deli, and everyone just got fucking hammered in there. And then we walked outside and pissed against the wall, and some guy got too close to us, and my brother called him a bird watcher, and everyone started throwing shit at him.
Call him a bird watcher.
Dude, like everyone was pissing in the alley, and they all looked at this guy like, "Get the fuck out of here, you fucking
Oh,
bird
man.
watcher!" It was sick.
Dude, the stories of like Vikings fans coming to Philly,
Oh my god!
so funny.
Hey, did anyone get beat up real bad?
I mean, I saw videos of people getting like full beers.
I saw.
thrown
Yeah,
at
I
them
heard
and
the
shit
beers
like that.
getting chucked.
There was also this video of this is how shitty fucking Philly is. The local news station sent a reporter to Minnesota to just talk shit.
Dude,
Just he flew to Minnesota
And was talking shit to
Was just
people.
out there, just like, what do you think of the game, huh? And they found an ice fisherman. He's just in an ice shack,
Yeah.
and he's like, "Oh, Minnesota's got a tough D, and I think it'll be a real good game, And they had a counter on the bottom of the screen.
Oh, my God.
And the Philly guy's like, "Yeah, you talk funny, you asshole," and it's just like, dude.
I saw the one guy get kind of shitty. Like the Minnesota guy was like kind of hip to what he was doing and was like, "Oh, what's your problem, buddy? What's wrong with you?" And the guy,
Yeah.
it was so fucking funny.
Those Minnesota.
That's hilarious to fly someone to talk shit to Minnesota.
Fly a news reporter out.
I stand behind throwing a beer at a Vikings fan. I
Sure.
wouldn't do it, but the fact it's like,
You show up in a jersey.
what kind of weird person does that? I've
Yeah.
always wondered that.
What are you trying to prove here?
Like what kind of sick fucking twisted person are you to be like, I'm gonna wear the other team? It's like,
I'm gonna wear a fucking Vikings jersey to the NFC Championship.
why? That's like literally that's a dumb idea.
This Super Bowl is gonna be nuts.
I'm not gonna victim blame. I said that Vikings guy was asking for an ice
True.
cold Bud Light getting tossed at his back,
True.
dude.
True.
Dude, did you ever get a beer thrown at you?
No.
Fucking hurts.
Yeah, probably.
It fucking hurts.
I bet.
It's not fucking good.
Yeah, I mean,
It's like getting
it
a
would
little.
hurt
It's like getting
fuck.
like a rock thrown at you,
Yeah, it would fucking hurt.
and it hits you. It goes. Psst.
Yeah, that and you ever see those dudes at what the fuck is the horse race in Baltimore? It's not Pimlico. It's
I know what you're talking. I have no fucking clue.
Preakness.
Preakness. Yeah, yeah.
You ever see them do the races on porta potties?
No.
So like you get up and the infield at all these horse races, the middle
Yeah.
is just packed with just the drunkest,
Yeah.
craziest party. And these dudes try to race the length of the porta potties. So you get on top and run across the roofs, and the game is everyone throws beers at them.
How long are the porta
fucking
potties?
long, dude. There's like 30 of them.
And they they run on top
They
of
run
all
on
of them.
top and try to reach it to the end.
Jesus
Dude, people get
Christ.
cracked in the head with beers and like die.
That's
get
fun.
hit with
That's
a beer.
wonderful.
Yeah, although there was that kid from Philly that threw up on that girl. You remember that?
That was pretty shitty. Yeah,
That was real dog shit.
that was shitty.
But it's also, dude, don't go to the fucking game.
Yeah, dude, stay out of the Coliseum.
And
dude.
don't wear that fucking jersey if you're going.
That's true. And the guy was thrown up anyway, so he was like,
No,
"Well,
he gagged himself.
oh, that's horrible."
There was a guy that was like, "Hey, can you keep it down?" And he gagged himself and threw up on the guy's kid.
Oh, you're right. Oh my god.
It's also this great fucking this kid punching a police horse and getting fucking beat up by the cops on the horses. And like it looks like a Renaissance painting. It's so fucking sick.
Oh my god.
There's just this guy like without his shirt getting attacked by two cops on horses. It's awesome.
They're just rearing up on him.
Yeah, it's really beautiful. Picture.
I mean, dude, it's. I don't know. I mean, people. I don't really take offense. People like Eagles fans are the worst. To me, I think it's hilarious.
Yeah, they are
like
the worst.
when they called.
I hate them. I went down to games this year. I was like, dude, this fucking sucks.
Yeah.
This is all the shittiest people
I haven't been to one.
just getting. You haven't?
I haven't been to an Eagles game. I
Dude.
think in like fucking 7 years.
Dude, I went down there and got a little fucked up, and it was like
It's tough.
It's like I just want to go home, man. This is.
Well, it's funny. I went to more
losers.
Baltimore Ravens games. I used to mow a lady's lawn. She used to give us her Baltimore Ravens tickets, and everyone they would drop passes, and everyone there was like, next time you'll get them. And I was looking around like, what the fuck? It was bizarre.
You guys aren't gonna call him a faggot?
Yeah, exactly. I'm like, what the fuck? He dropped the pass. He's gay, dude.
Why didn't anyone yell the N-word? What the fuck?
Yeah, it was. I thought at least I'm like, yeah. Like when after that game was over, I'm like, man, it's been a while. Maybe everyone will be a little bit more calmed down and more civil. And it's like, nope.
No, that's. I mean, regular season you could pull it off. Like we went to that Niners.
It's too
game.
exciting, dude.
We went to the Niners-Eagles game late in the season, or like mid-season, and we went with Soder, who was a 49ers fan.
Yeah.
And like the week leading up to it, he was like, "I'm gonna wear a jersey."
Yeah.
We're like, "Yeah, maybe don't. Maybe don't fucking do
I'm
that.
sitting-
Like
yeah,
we don't
yeah.
want to have to fight."
Yeah.
And I think he wore like a Niners hat, but it was raining.
Yeah.
Everyone was wearing ponchos.
You
No one
can
gave
pull
a
that
fuck.
off,
And
yeah.
it was the 49ers. They sucked.
Yeah.
But if it was like a Cowboys game or a playoff game, it's like definitely don't go.
Yes,
If you stand up and cheer, these people around you are drunk,
well, and
fucking pain pill addicted fucking carpenters.
they're fucking mad.
Yeah.
They're really fucking mad. They're like
They're
emotionally distraught, and then you're being like, yes.
Yes.
And
Here's
dude,
the one thing the only thing that's good in your life is the Philadelphia Eagles.
Yep.
And I'm going to come in here with a Vikings jersey and be like, oh, told you so. How about the Vikings? Skull Vikings, huh? It's just like, dude. Yeah, I'll fucking kill you, dude.
Exactly, dude. Some guys, and that's actually a side effect of opiate abuse, is like anger outbursts.
Well, that's
So you get a guy
definitely problem.
drunk, yeah, exactly, drunk, all perked up, and like they're getting like double perk vision, and they're just looking around and they see that purple blob, and they're like, "Fuck him! This is the source of my problems."
It is.
Get an ice cold fucking.
You get like a Coors Light to the back of the head, your wife's head.
Your wife sustains a fucking silver bullet to the back of the dome, dude.
Like a white trash werewolf.
Imagine the fucking never-ending cascade of shit. You're on in the game. Your wife's like, "Can you please take off the Viking stuff?" And you're like, "Babe, I'm not going to let them tell me what to do." And she takes 12 cold activated ounces to the back of the head. The can's is fucking blue, dude. And just hits her right in the head.
Oh, like a Tron bike, dude. Just a blue laser going through the air. Right to the back of your wife's head.
And she sustains a concussion.
Oh, my God.
And you always, that'd be sick if she's like, "What happened?" You're like, "You fell." That's great. I don't know what happened.
You were talking shit.
You said go Vikings. I don't know.
Yeah, it's yeah, you got to know. Everybody said these guys are pieces of shit. Don't go in there wearing that fucking jersey.
True that. Well, I mean, I'm not gonna go into Dubai and like wear a fucking dress.
Yeah, you're not
They're
gonna
be like, "Yo,
dress
bro."
like a fucking like you're selling insurance on the highway wearing a fucking Statue of Liberty outfit. You're not gonna go to fucking ISIS like, woo, #1, dude.
This is not a good idea.
Yeah, let's take a little break.
Breakster. We're back.
All right,
Oh my god.
fuck yeah.
A little family drama today, dude.
Yeah, you had some
Dude.
Vikes in your family getting fired
Well,
up.
it's that, and it also deepens my decision away from Facebook.
Yeah,
Because it's I've said it before that it's bad to have everyone's inner thoughts just like spread out on this platform that now we all
Yeah,
have
no
to deal.
shit.
It breaks up families, dude.
yeah.
My fucking aunt goes on about like how she's a Dallas fan, which again I have my theories about when people from one town like the rival. So it's like it's kind of a weird.
Yeah, you're just being a cunt.
It's just weird to me. It's like
Although I live in Central PA and love Notre Dame.
that's an Irish thing.
fuck
It's
Penn
different.
State,
That's
dude.
different, dude. That's an
True.
Irish thing.
That's us Catholics bonding against all these swarms of
fucking-
Protestant fucking retards.
Yeah, dude. These pedophiles.
Speaking of Protestant
Catholics
retards,
against
dude,
pedophiles.
it is. Pedophile on pedophile. It's a civil war.
But yeah, it's like so they're just like Philly fans are trash. Then like people from my family are like, "What the fuck is your problem?" And then like her husband's on there being like, "Fuck you guys." Yeah. And it's like, dude, are we really some like white trash family arguing on Facebook?
100%.
No,
Yeah, you definitely are.
it's Facebook, dude.
You guys-
it's the fucking Jews.
got in a family. It is the Jews that tricked your white trash family into coming out of hiding. But it is that's one of the more white trash. First off,
Yeah.
loving the NFL is a very white trash thing. It's really white trash.
Well, it was because my uncle, my uncle, I guess, my uncle, like the guys who said the old lady from Minnesota Vikings.
So there's
or
a
whatever,
100-year-old fan at the
100-year-old
Minnesota game.
fan,
Mabel.
and 2 guys said "fuck Mabel" at a thing, which is hilarious, dude. To be like,
Mabel.
there's your warm-hearted story. Fuck Mabel, dude.
Yeah.
We just butt fucked the Vikings.
Fuck that
Hilarious.
little bitch.
And this
She'll
dude, and he
die.
was fucking around too, obviously, but he purported that they didn't respect women because their mothers were whores and got passed around.
Oh,
So then my sister was
So
just
that was
like,
the
"What the
Vikes-
fuck
the
are you?"
Vikes
Yeah,
fan.
my sister was like, "What the fuck are you
he
talking
defended
about?"
Mabel.
Yeah, defended stuff, but really for his team, dude. I mean, they got fucked.
Yeah, they got destroyed.
So now my
he was-
family's arguing like a bunch of fucking white trash on Facebook. I'm getting screenshots. I'm like, Jesus Christ, guys, come on.
Oh,
We should all. There should be like
it should be a family Facebook.
a white trash AIDS test screening for Facebook and be like, what would you do if your aunt's posted about the Eagles sucking? You're like, I'd fucking tell her that she's a bitch. It was like, all right, you're fucking off.
That's the best.
Zuck's in the corner right now, dude. Everyone's coming out being like, Facebook is fucked up. It's evil. It takes advantage of people. And he's like, we're rebranding right now. He's an evil little fuck, dude.
You don't like him?
No, he fucking colonized Hawaii.
What do you think of that?
He fucking stole a bunch of Hawaiians' land. It's like, no, we want a better world. We're connecting each other. He's a fucking freak.
It's like
dude.
Israeli settlement.
Did you ever watch Body? Yeah, exactly.
That
Yeah.
is.
Fucking Zuckerstein, dude. Or Zucker, whatever it's
Berg.
called. No, Zucker, Palestine. It's fucking Zuckerstein, dude.
All right.
But he, Zuck's real.
Oh man, I didn't realize Palestine had a Jewish name.
Palestine?
The
Zuckerstein.
Steins, dude. Palestine.
But yeah, so he, I watch these videos about like people's body emotion. So it's like they'll like watch him and then break down like his different like body tics.
Yeah, I
and
watched
be
that.
like, clearly, he's fucking
That
uncomfortable.
one
there.
where he's all sweaty
And
and
he's taking off his jacket and he puts his hoodie back on. Dude, he's a fucking freak. That's definitely like a dude who read all the pickup artist books and somehow just fucking hit $1 billion.
Yeah.
And he's like, oh god, what now?
Well, he just stole it from those hot guys.
Who?
The hot guys that invented it at Harvard.
Hot guys invented Facebook?
Yeah.
Probably to check out babes, dude. And he was like,
Yeah.
now I can
Well, that
feed
was-
information
that
to the
was what it was
government.
for.
Really?
Yeah.
And what
It
did
was
he do?
supposed to be just within
Harvard. Yeah, yeah.
And then just within New England colleges. And it was kind of, I would guess, kind of like a pre-Tinder where you just look at hot chicks and like,
Jerk off
this
to
is
the
where the party
pictures.
is.
Yeah.
We're going to rape you because it's still legal.
Yeah. Back
It's
then.
2004, it's legal.
Yeah, it's Lollapalooza, dude. You're definitely going to slip a Mickey in your drink.
Yeah, and then he Jewed out and he stole it.
Really?
Yeah.
He's like, I'm going to sell everyone's individual information to the government. I'm going to tear apart families.
Dude, now, after our Catholic episode, dude, Jews are on our team.
Not
Catholics
with the
and Jews.
Facebook bullshit, dude.
No, I'm pro Jew.
Dude, I stand outside all of it. I'm not against Jews. I'm
Yeah,
against
you
Zuck,
are.
dude. I'm not
You
against
called
Jews.
it. You screamed it was the Jews' fault that your
It
white
was.
trash
It was.
family
No.
Fought about the
no.
NFL.
It was the Jews' fault. Mark Zuckerberg.
Oh, the
The
individual
Jew.
Jew.
The Jew, Mark
Would that be a
Zuckerberg.
proper noun? Is that a capital J? Is that the Jew?
It was the Jew. Mark Zuckerberg tore my
You know,
family apart.
Jesus used to be the Jew.
And then he turned
Why
his
don't you
back
think
on
about
that
that?
bullshit, dude, and started Catholicism. I was
Said,
like, this
I'm
shit
actually,
sucks.
he was like, yo, I'm actually God, dude. Bring out those hookers.
But yeah, dude, that was like, I hated that, man. That fucking pissed me off. And he's under fire right now for creating like a self-reflective thing to where he's tailoring everyone's news feeds to be like, this is all your news. It agrees with everything you say and do.
Yeah.
And everyone's like, yeah, I knew I was right. That's
Yeah.
why he ruined America, dude. The
Sorry.
Jew, Mark Zuckerberg, ruined America.
I just watched a thing on Marie Antoinette. I think Zuckerberg could be headed that route.
Did you think?
We could fucking behead him. That'd be sick.
You think he's gonna get fucking
We could
beheaded?
get the masses could get fired up and cut his head off.
We got to start I want to start a CIA coup from Hawaiians. So you got to get a bunch of like fat Hawaiians fucking
just get The
going
Rock.
against the Zuck.
And Barack Obama, dude.
Fucking Rock's paid for. Obama's a fucking
Yeah,
Obama's a
puppet.
Clinton.
He's a fucking Clinton puppet.
Yeah, dude. He's a fucking Clinton.
Who do we have left, dude? Got Trump Daddy.
Stone Cold, dude.
Stone Cold Steve Austin and Donald Trump.
Trump Daddy's hanging on. Although he's
Trump Daddy's a real fucking dumb shit, dude.
he's tied into some weird KGB stuff.
Yeah. He's
He's got his move from the Russians.
I don't know why
He tricked me into liking him, dude.
people any ever thought he would.
He fucking dude. When he came out and went on stage and was like, I'm paying you.
Yeah,
So
that was sick.
conspiracy nuts like me were like, fuck yeah, dude, we got a guy. Then he was like, get these fucking Muslims out of here. And then other guys were like, fuck yeah. And then I'm like, he's just saying the Muslims. Yeah. So everyone's kind of have a little bit of hedge on him.
Yeah.
And then he was like, everything about me's a lie. And now everyone's like, fuck, dude, everyone's against him. Putin did the same thing.
Yeah, Trump's
Putin's right-hand man was a fucking playwright.
yeah.
And Putin's right-hand man would fund like neo-Nazi groups, protest groups. He would fund all these groups and then come out and be like, yeah, Putin funded you guys. And they'd be like, what the fuck? It'd be like find out like McDonald's sponsored the Women's March. You'd be like, what the fuck?
It probably did.
They probably did.
Pepsi tried to.
Did they really?
Remember that?
Oh, with the commercial, yeah. I mean, you could literally just rain Tootsie Rolls down on them and they'd be like, ooh, sweet treats. You fucking stop that whole thing in its tracks, dude.
What, just get some candy out there? Just you just get individual trails of candy to each one of their kitchens.
Ew.
Just pick it up and be like, women are powerful. This is good. Women are really powerful. This is a good sweet treat. Oh
a Laffy Taffy.
Oh my God.
Dude, I'm telling you, man. Anytime I'm in like some sort of like little like meeting or conference with a bunch of women with like light refreshments, there'll be like some Chips Ahoy there, and I watch chicks, and then when they're bored, eat sweet shit, and it's just like I look at them and I'm just like, what the fuck are you doing? They love cookies, dude.
Give me some salted meats.
That's what I'm saying, man.
If somebody puts a tray of salted meat out, dude, I'm a fucking shark. I circle it, dude. Take a bite, circle it.
Some rolled up fucking ham, dude.
Rolled ham in Spain, dude. When I was in Spain, they just give you ham. I was begging bartenders just to be like, dude, give me the fucking ham.
Please give me a piece of ham.
Give me another beer and as much of that ham as I can get.
Oh, dude. So you just reminded me about Europe. So I read the story about this Danish inventor.
Yeah.
I forget the guy's fucking name, but apparently he brought a journalist onto a submarine.
Fuck yeah.
Comes back up.
That's consent.
Journalist is missing. Dude, listen to what he fucking did. There's no consent to this. The journalist is missing.
After he surfaces?
He goes, I don't know where she is. Yeah, he surfaces. She's missing. This is in what's Danish called?
Denmark.
He's in. I almost called it Daneland. I'm like, he's in Daneland. So the fucking reporter's missing. He's like, I don't know where she went. We were on the submarine. Who the fuck? I'm not. I'm not this lady's fucking. Keeper.
It's like, yeah, you are on a submarine. Yeah, you fucking are.
Her body parts wash up on shore. Her severed limbs and head and shit washes up on shore, and they're like, yo, bro, what the fuck's up with her body parts? And he was like, oh, yeah, she had an accident on the submarine. she hit her head.
She fell into the garbage.
She hit her head. And he was like, yeah, and we found her body's all chopped up. He's like, yeah, so I chopped up her body and threw her out the sea. He's like, she was already dead. I didn't kill her. I just chopped up her body. So they finally charged this guy with life sentence. Guess how long his life sentence is in fucking Denmark?
How long?
16 years.
It's going to be tough.
That's nothing, dude. If you were in a marriage you disagreed with, you could murder. You could literally behead your wife.
Get a submarine first.
No, you don't even need one.
Yeah.
You could just behead your wife and then just do you'd be married for 20 years anyway. Just do 16 hard years. And dude, Denmark prisons are not that bad. So you basically chill in a room with an Xbox and you get out and you're just like, well, here I go.
Back on Tinder.
That was insane to me.
Second date, he's like, I got a submarine.
I mean, imagine bringing a girl onto your submarine and then just fucking chopping her to pieces. It's like, that's the most insane. That was right when the Aziz thing came out. I'm like, that's a fucking tough date.
That was a fucking time's up.
Sucking Aziz's dick 5 times in his Airbnb is not the worst thing, dude. Fucking getting chopped up by a Danish psycho in a submarine. That was, dude,
man,
that was the same
scary.
week. That's fucking terrifying. Him fucking hitting you with a knife, and that's terrifying.
In a fucking submarine, too.
Yeah, there's a bunch of shits. Hide. Everything's beeping and sonars are going off. He's like, hey, check this out.
Yeah, that's also the worst place on earth to murder someone.
Yeah.
Is to be like, yeah, me and this girl are going out on a submarine. And you resurface, like, it's just me now. She's gone. I don't know what happened.
The best is how he was like, oh, yeah, we had an accident. And I chopped her up and
forgot about that.
threw her out into the ocean. He holds a bunch of like biomedical patents. He's fucking loaded. Dude obviously he has a submarine.
Sick move.
He fucking had to chop a chick up, dude.
He had to.
I mean, imagine what the fuck was going through his head.
That's a good day.
He's probably like, can I get some head? And she was like, no. And he just totally Baraca'd out. Like, chop, 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 chop. Then technically, if it was maritime law, he was the captain.
Yeah. I mean,
he might have stymied a mutiny. He was like, I demand you to give me head. She's like, no. He's like,
that's a mutiny.
You fucking...
There was a Japanese thing that was like that, where the prison sentence was so short that it was just like... This Vice did an interview with this guy that ate a chick.
What?
He ate her. And they interviewed him. He's like, oh, she was a very tasty girl. Yeah, dude. And he was so open about it because he was already convicted.
What do you do, like 6 months probation?
Yeah, they were just like, don't leave your house. You eat a girl, you stay inside for 3 hours. But
they grounded him.
yeah, they grounded him for like 2 days.
How much ever did he eat?
A lot. I know he ate her ass.
Did he?
It was ass eating season
Did
in
he
Japan,
really?
dude. Yeah, he like
Did he like
filleted-
freeze her
yeah,
and save her for a while?
He and he wrote about it in his journal for like a while before he did it.
About how
It
he
was
wanted
like
to eat her.
I think it was like a French foreign exchange student. And she lived in his apartment.
Tasty?
And he was like, "Oh,
I mean, if you were going to eat someone, a French
French
foreign exchange
student
student sounds tasty.
sounds like definitely the best person to eat."
It's all like butter fed from the ears and all that fucking coffee and baguettes.
Yeah, that's a good one.
It's probably flaky.
Oh, I don't think I ever got to say this either. Although
What?
we should probably keep going on Japanese cannibals. But yeah, he has this journal. He has like pictures he drew and stuff of like him as like a demon, like flaying her ass.
What?
Like taking the skin off her butt cheeks and like cooking them.
So he made rolled up ham out of her
Yeah,
butt cheeks?
he did. He hammed it up.
Oh my God.
Very good. Very tasty.
Dude, it's so weird when you think you're fucked up and then you read a story about a guy like fucking shaving a chick's butt meat off and eating it and you're like, Jesus Christ, man. I'm like,
Yeah. That's
don't
on
hold a
Vice.
candle.
You should check that out.
that's a great fucking documentary.
hilarious.
I talked about the one before about the cop who got in trouble for that.
Yeah, that was nuts.
In the fantasy world, his boy's screen name was Girl Meat Hunter, and they're all about eating girls. they
Oh,
never,
yeah,
they
that's
never
right,
did it.
that's
They
right,
never
that's
did
right.
it though. That's
They
a
should have
sick.
met up with that Japanese dude.
Yeah, that was fucking.
I showed them the ropes.
That might have been Girl Meat Hunter.
That was probably him. But this is what I want to say. I don't think I ever said this. Call of Duty. Did I say it on here?
What?
I played the rest of
Yeah,
it.
you said it. You said there was no.
No, that was that was my first accusation. Was
okay.
there's no swastikas and there's
You said
black
there's
chicks.
plenty of 'em.
And then I started to play the campaign, and like right away you see swastikas, and it's all white guys. And I was like, all right,
yeah,
good. This is
we
exactly
never-
what it should be. Then I kept playing.
Uh-oh.
And in like the third level, they're like, we've got to meet up with British Special Forces.
I thought you were.
Of course, it's a fucking British chick.
I thought it was Black Hitler, dude. I
Black-
thought it was Black Hitler.
You can. That's all on multiplayer. You can be a black chick on multiplayer.
That's sick.
But you meet up with this British chick who's got like a machine gun and rollers. She's like, "Oh, we gave Jerry a good fight, huh?" It's like, no, you didn't. No, you fucking didn't. Why are you doing this? So then the same level that
You were trying to shoot her the whole
Yeah,
time.
I
with
was.
the
I
thing.
won't
Like, get
let
out of
you.
here.
it's like friendly fire will not be tolerated.
You should have took her in the submarine. You should have put her in the submarine, dude.
I kept fragging her. I was throwing grenades and be like, grenades out. Oh shit, I fucked it up.
You should have fucking took her in the submarine, dude. And be
submarine,
like,
dude.
I don't know. She had an accident.
She bumped her head, and next thing I knew, I was chopping her up. But then the next level, you're a French female resistance fighter, and it's just like,
Wait, plug in fucking vets?
what?
Like D-Day level?
Well, they already did that, but then you're in France, and now you're a female French resistance civilian.
Oh, so you're against the French government?
No, you're against the Nazis that are occupying France as a French civilian.
Oh, Jesus Christ. I'm thinking, yeah, sorry.
But then they just they just made it every single movie. So like the opening scene, they just made Saving Private Ryan.
Yeah,
like to
yeah.
the point where when they lower the doors down, the machine guns come in, you jump over the sides. It does the in and out of the water shot.
Yeah,
You know what I
it's
mean? Yeah. And then when you land on the beach, a bomb goes off and it does that ringing noise and you look around in slow-mo.
Yeah.
And then, then when you're the French lady who's a spy, they just copied Inglourious Bastards. Like German officers will come up to you and they're all like giddy. Like what's his name is in Inglourious Bastards. He's like, oh, like that's a bingo. Yeah, it's so fun to speak English. And then,
that sucks.
yeah, it's just like, God damn it, dude. I'm trying to fucking kill Nazis. I'm trying to play World War II.
Yeah,
and
no
I
one's-
still have to be a kick-ass lady.
I feel like that's in everything now, though. It's like a lot of songs are just pure samples of other songs.
Yeah.
Now the video games, there's no like original storyline.
The video game was just pure every World War II movie.
That sucks.
And then it was,
it's because we're not fucking letting ourselves do deep work anymore.
I could tolerate the French resistance female.
Yeah.
Because that was real. They did
Yeah.
have those. But just this British female
With a machine gun?
special forces, like, follow me.
Like, no,
It's like, what the fuck, dude?
that sucks.
Why are they doing this?
I mean, that'd be like Red Dead Redemption, and it's just like a gang of like hot chicks out in the desert who are cowboys. You'd be like,
Yeah, I'm going to break in there and kill them.
yeah,
I'm going to get a submarine.
yeah, that sucks. And I mean, I would be willing to guess if you were to do like the stats on people who played that game.
Yeah, you're not helping anybody.
90% men.
You're not helping anyone.
Yeah, that's all men. But it's it
But
gets
it's
in the
that
new
game. It's a World War II game.
Yeah,
It's like, these were not fucking females.
Yeah, but everything's made now to be blogged about and to get some sort of outrage. So now it's like a bunch of people are like, what the fuck? And then everyone's like, well, I see this game.
There's a really strong female character in the new Call of Duty. Congratulations, Call of Duty. Every time they do a future one, it's female soldiers.
Yeah,
and
yeah.
you can't argue that. You can't be like,
future.
God damn it.
It's future.
But still, every time, like, they're not going to use them. Get out of here.
Yeah, I mean, I'm hoping we're not like by then fucking all the hot chicks aren't like shooting robots out of the sky.
That'd be negative.
Dude, I'm telling you, man, women can do. My whole thing is like, you guys want to join the army? Join the fucking army. You want to work construction? Fucking by all means. I will stay home. I would love to see you guys go do that shit.
Woo!
I mean, just fucking go do it.
I tried to join the army.
It sucks. There's a reason they use guys for it. There's a reason. It sucks.
I was too feminine.
You were.
I'm too much of a lady. I was in the military, just like, I gotta find a job where I could sleep all day.
Yeah, not the fucking military. My thing is like they use guys for that because it fucking sucks.
Yeah, of course.
It's like, go do it. I'm not like you can if you want to be in the army or if you want to run a jackhammer, fucking by all means. It fucking blows.
Yeah.
Consider yourselves fucking lucky.
You ever tamp in 90-degree heat?
It sucks.
It fucking blows.
It
Although
fucking
I love
sucks.
to tamper it. Tamper is my...
Tamping is pretty
Tamper's
chill.
the shit.
I'm a jackhammer master, dude.
Really?
Yeah.
The only thing I ever do
But
is
you
tamp.
go home and your knuckles vibrate for like 3 days.
Yeah.
It's like, I could do that. It's like, yeah, all this shit reminds me of when I wanted to mow the lawn when I was 10. I was like, I can mow the lawn, Dad. And he was like, all right, mow the fucking lawn.
And
then I did it.
Like, God damn it.
Yeah, I did it. I'm like, yeah, fuck yeah. And I got done. My dad's like, you ready to mow the lawn again? I was like, nah, I'm cool. I did it. And he's like, no, you got to mow the lawn forever now. And I was like, fuck.
Yep.
Dude, that's what's going to happen. You're going to have chicks chilling on like a steel beam. And they're going to just be like, what the fuck am I doing?
Fucked up.
I could have been wearing like a weird wraparound infinity scarf in an office right now, fucking sitting on my ass.
Well, they like to point to World War II when they helped in the factories. Mm-hmm. They're like, women can do it. We're kick-ass. It's like, the only reason you did that is because guys weren't there.
Yeah.
And they needed someone.
Yeah.
And then when the guys came back inside for you.
Or fuck, dude.
Congratulations. You're out of the factory.
Go to yeah, exactly. Go to the fucking Ford factory, dude, and have a blast.
Oh, man.
It fucking
I worked
sucks.
in a factory with ladies.
Did you?
And they were
You worked in the ice cream factory.
Yeah, the creamery. They were the most sexist, perverted
Really?
ladies. I got Me Too'd every single day.
They're
like, what are you studying? To be a doctor? Because if you go to college and work in a factory, you just...
Yeah, you're like
You're
Goodwill
college
Hunting,
boy.
Dude. Yeah,
It's like, yeah,
So you're getting
yeah, I am.
you're getting attacked by like old like failed lunch ladies in the factory.
Like Eastern European, disgusting, out of Steelton, Pennsylvania, fucking factory ladies that were just like,
Christ.
are you studying to be a doctor? I'd be like, no. They'd be like, you should be a gynecologist. You can be my gynecologist. And I was just like, oh my God, dude, you're the
Ew.
grossest fucking lady ever.
Oh. Well, there was that big story about, was it Ford or like Detroit, whatever plant or like automobile plant they have in there. That was a huge story about how women get like sexually harassed. They walk by guys and like, come suck my dick,
those guys are the
bitch.
dumbest fucking people on earth.
I know.
And so are they,
Suck
though.
my
The
dick,
women
bitch.
the women that I worked around were just as bad. They were
Yeah.
all the same thing. They
Yeah.
were all like, if the opposite sex was here, they were going to sexually harass it.
Yeah.
Because other than that, they're just sitting there gluing cardboard together.
That's true.
Over and over again.
That's totally true. Yeah, and they're like, and then there's like this guy who's like, you can blow me to get days off, and it's like, that's a textbook Walmart manager, dude.
This story still haunts me. These two guys that worked in the factory.
In the creamery?
Yeah. Were also pieces of shit.
Ice cream factory is so funny.
Ice cream factory sucked dick, dude.
It's like a fucking negative. It's like a Willy Wonka dystopia.
It
dude.
is. Well, first off, you don't even fucking touch ice cream, really. It's just packaging. It's just packaging. So I would cut my hands all day on this, like the metal rim that goes around the top of those gallon jugs.
Yeah, that's fucking sharp.
It's just sharp metal that you got to bend.
It's funny thinking about how many disappointed souls are in there thinking they'd touch ice cream that day. They're like, wait, after
well, you
2
could,
weeks.
You could just go steal scoops right out of
Could
it. I
you?
was fucking munching
I did
ice
that.
cream.
I did that at Brewster's. I used to literally stick my fingers in the ice cream at Brewster's and just like lick it off, and then like go back to what I was doing and fucking make cones.
All right, so these two dudes that I knew in there that were also disgusting.
Yeah.
The grossest lady and those two dudes, they were working the night shift, and they went out to their truck to tag team this chick.
Oh.
And the lady's like a big, fat, disgusting fucking lady.
I'm actually getting kind of hard right
These
now.
two dudes are really fucking, like one I don't think had teeth. Like these are really fucking shitty people. I mean, yeah, they're shitty. I was going to be like, maybe they had a good heart, but it's like, no, they were shitty.
No, they're fucking having a devil's threesome in the ice cream factory parking lot.
And
dude.
then it turned out this was so gross because this lady was even the grossest lady ever. It was like apparently she was on her period, and the guy told me the story. He was like, and then we got out of that truck, and it looked like someone had flipped over a pizza on the front seat, and I was just like, dude, that is the grossest fucking story I've ever heard in my
fucking
life.
College boy, dude, you couldn't handle the fat devil's threesome,
I got
dude.
the fuck out of that job, dude.
They're probably breathing in like weird fucking ice cream fumes all day, and all they could do was fuck. Could have been the hormones in the milk, dude. They're
and
just
all the black
drinking
guys,
milk.
the black guys worked in the freezer, which was really funny.
Did they really?
Yeah.
What did they do? Half an hour in and out or whatever?
It was sick. I worked in the freezer a little bit, and it was fucking sick.
Dude, freezer's fucking
half hour
lit.
on, half hour off.
Yeah.
It's negative 30 in the freezer.
What?
It's crazy.
You touching ice cream back there?
You would get fucking it was just boxes. You
couldn't
just
touch
move
cream?
boxes.
That
I would
sucks.
break into the Reese's. You know the little mini Reese's they put in ice cream. You could crack open a crate of that. It was so fucking good.
They used to have they had like canisters of toppings. I used to fucking
Yeah.
take it out, hit it in the hand, dude, and hit Reese's.
The worst job was you replenishing the fudge. So you would have to crack open those fucking plastic barrels and pour it in, and then crack open another one and pour it in, just all day. Just it was so hard. It was so hard.
Just a pure fudge mule, dude.
It was so fucking hard, dude. And then
Your time at the ice cream factory.
ice cream factory, dude. Factory work fucking
sucks.
Is the worst thing you can do.
Factories suck. Warehouses. I used to work in a warehouse for like 2 years, and it was so depressing. And I like forgot about it. And then I was in that warehouse 2 days ago, in like a metal fabrication
You can
warehouse.
hear the lights.
It's just
You
like
hear that
everything's so old in there, and I'm like, God, this is fucking abysmal in here. It's just like weird metal dust everywhere, and everyone's just kind of like waddling around, all fucked up with bad legs. It's fucking terrifying.
Yeah, I will say that the guys were fun though,
In the
because
ice cream factory?
I knew I was leaving.
Yeah.
It was a summer job.
That makes those jobs a lot more
So like
bearable.
I was fucking like you could fuck around with the guy, and they were happy to have college kids there. Like
Yeah,
they were
yeah.
like, here's some injection of not us fighting every day.
just life, yeah.
But yeah, they even had the black guys wear different outfits.
They really?
They were like blue jumpsuits. Everyone else was in white.
It was like prison.
Yeah, and then I was the worst possible worker. I would sleep in the break room as long as I could every day.
So fucking funny.
Yeah, wasn't good. I shamed my father.
At the ice cream factory.
He was a salesman for that ice cream factory.
Was he really?
Yeah, that's how I
Why
got
couldn't
the
you go
job.
slang some fucking ice cream?
I don't know. He would only give me if my dad got me a summer job. Because I wasn't getting jobs.
Yeah.
I was like, Dad, I play fucking football. And then I quit football. But if he got me a summer job, it was just the worst job he could find.
Yeah.
Like he was like, I have a friend that owns an auto auction. You can go work there and clean repoed cars. I'd be like, all right, fine. He'd be like, I'm friends with the guys that own the factory. You can work in the factory. I'd be like, what the fuck? He'd be like, it'll toughen you up. Like, you never worked in a fucking factory, dude.
You never touched the metal on the ice cream?
He worked in a moving company for like a summer, and he still brags about it.
Really?
Yeah, that's all he talks about. Like if we're moving shit, he's
That's
always
so
like, Shane,
funny.
I know what I'm doing. I worked at a moving company. I know what I'm doing.
Well, he's a painter too. Can he paint?
Yeah, I mean, out of my mom watching the home shopping or fucking
So
HGTV
fucking
every
funny,
day.
dude. There's
She'll buy shit constantly, and he'll just be like, Jesus. And my mom does a good job. She is a really good interior decorator.
yeah, it looks nice.
But it's just constantly changing. Our house is just constantly
It's brutal.
like, we need hardwood floors. Like, we need hardwood floors in this room. My dad's just like, all right.
Brittany,
Here's
my girlfriend does that
$1,000s.
with like apartments. So like we've moved fucking like 3 times. We live
Yeah.
in the same building. We went upstairs. We were downstairs, upstairs to downstairs. Then yesterday we passed another building. We still have like 6 months on our lease. And she was like, "Oh, pull over. I'm gonna get the number for that place." And I'm like, "For fucking what?" She's like, "I don't know. Maybe we could break our lease and go there." And I'm like, "Dude, stop." She just loves everywhere she looks. She'll like, we'll be down near like Rittenhouse, which is like the nicest part of Philly. And she's like, "I could live there." And I'm like, "No fucking shit, you could."
Yeah.
It's the nicest fucking where it's like $2,500 a month.
Well, dude, also think about that. If you're a chick, how nice it must be to just move.
Oh,
you,
yeah.
You don't move anything. You carry like pillows.
I
and
know,
then you get
dude.
a new apartment and everything's arranged how you decide.
Yeah,
It's like
exactly.
playing The Sims in real life.
It is.
You're just like, put the couch there. Actually, you know what? I think it'll look better. Turn it around, put it over there. It's just like, all right, sure.
Every time we move, I gotta like, I sleep like an extra 2 hours a day for like a week. I'm just totally destroyed. And she's like, "Isn't this great?" I'm like, "Dude, we're not moving for 3 years. I fucking hate moving.
Yeah, or redecorating.
That sucks
Like,
too.
it's
Moving
like, dude,
shit around.
If I stayed in this room, as long as I live in this room, nothing in this room is going to change,
No.
dude. This is exactly how this will always be.
It can't, dude.
Fuck that shit.
I always went like dungeon style. When I had my own place, I was just like, it would be white walls, nothing in it. Girls would be like, this is really sad in here.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I'm really fucking sad, dude.
Yeah, my life sucks, dude. I'm a dude.
The Women's March was so powerful, dude.
Dude, it moved me.
Yeah.
That's what I'm saying. I'm all about all women. I think we should go all women military. Let them
do
taste
too.
the fucking horrors of war, dude.
Send all women to North Korea.
Oh, that'd be actually sick. Kim Jong would be like, what? If they had like a wave of hot white chicks come in there, bunch of hot white chicks, dude, some fucking hot Indian chicks. Hit him with, let him taste the fucking American rainbow, dude. He'd be like,
Fuck
oh,
yeah.
that good.
Oh.
Oh, wow.
Oh, really?
Dennis Rodman riding a horse, dude. He'd be fucking pumped.
That'd be tough to turn down.
Yeah, fuck that. That would totally conquer me. If they're like, how are we going to get this guy? And they send a bunch of chicks and Dennis Rodman. I'd be like, all right, what do you guys want? I'll take down the nuclear program.
It's like, all right,
whatever.
fine, I'll give them food. God. Where are we at? We got to end this.
Hour.
John, dude.
We're an hour.
Oh, look at that.
Yeah.
My clock. I felt it, my internal clock.
You did actually.
That's
You
just
were-
my
you were
feminine
right,
instinct.
You think you have a fucking strong animus?
I have such a strong animus.
Damn, dude.
I have so much animus and animosity. Oh, we got crushed on the main board a little bit. Me and my boy Dano.
Well, fuck
They're
that,
just
dude.
coming
They're
at him.
attacking the cast. They're attacking me.
All the fucking Protestants came out of the woodwork, dude.
Whatever.
Well, they also shit on our takes. Like, everything we say, they're like, you two are fucking idiots.
Good.
It's like, yeah, dude, we're talking.
Yeah, we're fucking off.
You ever try to talk for an hour and have people fact check the dumb shit you're saying?
Could you imagine if we sat here and like, all right, now we're gonna say this. I'm
Yeah,
gonna say
yeah.
that. This is gonna be the that would
Nah,
suck.
dude, we just fucking from the hip.
I've been watching.
Gunslinger.
I watched either it was a YouTube video. It was like a YouTube video vlog type thing. I could tell the guy wrote out what he was saying by hand, and it was just like fucking unbearable.
Yeah,
he
It's
read
like,
it.
Yo, you corny dog.
Yeah, it sucks. But
We
I mean,
just
keep
fucking-
hating, dude.
Let
I
them
love
hate,
it,
dude.
I
If
love
they
it.
hate, let them hate. Watch the t-shirts pile
Exactly,
up.
dude. Oh
T-shirts
my god,
are piling up.
dude. We made
rich.
so much money.
We're rich now.
We could retire.
Keep buying the shirts. We need them.
We could retire and move to Somalia, dude.
We
And
could
live.
move to Syria.
We could
go
live.
on a
We could
beach
go.
trip.
That's true. We could spot-
Next live cast is going to be in Aleppo.
Just gonna do it on 2 old chlorine buckets, dude.
Helium hasn't asked us back for that live cast.
Yeah, that got a
I
little
think
too
they
rowdy.
got the last two have been a little rowdy.
New management, bro. It's a new regime. They're not feeling us.
They're not feeling our swag.
Nah.
No, I had a nice talk with one of the new managers.
What the fuck's the problem?
Nothing. She's
Oh.
good. All good.
Better fucking be. Nah, they're good. That club's the best.
It is the best club on earth.
Love it.
I was down there this weekend. I was down there, and it was just like sold out shows.
Yeah.
It was just like anything you say,
I know.
other than fucking Trump's tweets are great. It works.
Dude, that's pretty fucking funny that he
it is
did that.
funny, and that was funny that Trump did that.
Yeah.
Fuck that shit. It was actually like normally his tweets I read them and I'm like Jesus Christ, what a moron. But that one I was like, that was really funny.
Yeah, and it's
That
funny
was
too.
really
'cause
funny.
You never know, like when they're like, "Oh, this is up and this is the high it's been in 10 years," and it's always like, I love when presidents take credit for that. It's just
Yeah,
like,
yeah, yeah.
dude, get the fuck
Like
out
when
of
he
here.
claimed,
yeah,
like the airline safety.
yeah, exactly. Did he do that?
Yeah,
Plane crashes.
2017 was one of the safest years for airlines. Thank you. You're welcome.
And then if it goes bad, it's like, well, I've been set up for failure.
Yeah.
Clearly,
People are getting sick of winning. Every
Winning?
time he posts another victory, people are like, "Dude, shut the fuck
They
up."
hate him
We're
winning,
sick
dude.
Of winning. It's like,
oh yeah.
he was like, "You're gonna be so tired of winning." And
Oh,
now he's
my
like lowest
God.
unemployment for women in 18 years. People are like, "Shut up, asshole."
Oh my god, that's so fucking
Lowest
funny.
black. He had a bunch of good. He had a Martin Luther King tweet
Did he really,
that was like,
dude?
"Black people are killing it right now."
How about the conspiracy?
What's that?
The fucking Pence conspiracy.
Oh, the Pence conspiracy.
That
video.
game that got a hot comment today.
What was the comment?
Some fucking random dude was like, "I'm a conservative and I still like this." I was like, "Fuck yeah, dude." That was hilarious how he sent Pence out to do all his black errands.
Oh, that's hilarious.
He literally, the shit was hot on him, dude. And he was like, "Pence,
Go
I
to
need you to go to
black
Black Church and the MLK statue. Report back immediately." That must have been so weird for him to sit there and be like,
Everyone here definitely hates me. Definitely hates me.
he's like, "Well, it'll be over soon. I'll get out of Black Church, go to the MLK thing, back to the White House." That's so bizarre. That's the weirdest thing about politics to me. He's like, "We're not racist." He's like, "Pence, go to Black Church right now." And Pence is
Prove
just
these
sitting,
fucking
yeah,
retards
Pence is
wrong.
just sitting there like, "Hey guys."
Told you. We're not racist. I brought some cameras here. You're
I
gonna
know,
photograph
I
me
know.
with you, creatures.
Well, that was funny how and then the guy happened to like, admonish Trump and be like, Trump this and that. And it's like, Pence was quiet. It's just I think all of it's set up. I don't believe any of it. It's all set up to be a press thing. He's like, all right, we'll go there. We'll take a big L in the news.
What are
Everyone
you
will get
talking
hyped.
about? What's a big...
The fact that Pence went there and the preacher really was like, lashing out at Donald Trump.
Yeah.
But then the preacher lashed out, was like, well, I didn't mention his name. It's like, why the fuck wouldn't you? If you feel so passionate about it, why wouldn't you be like, Donald Trump this? He's like, well, I didn't say his name. It's like, who the fuck cares? Say it.
How did Trump not pay that guy to be nice to him? How did they not do that?
I'm telling you, man, you have to watch fucking hypernormalization, but Trump's just going for all out, just like no one knows what's going on. Putin
I
did
have
it, dude.
to watch Hypernormalization.
You have to watch it.
All right.
It's the best, dude. It's unbelievable.
I love that this cast, where it's gone from just from the start. Now it's just a pure fucking like, you and me are just nihilist fucking like.
I'm not. Oh,
We were both like,
I'm just woke.
this is all a fucking bullshit game. We're woke as fuck.
Dude, I'm telling you though, I don't believe when I see it, like the fact that Beyonce and Jay-Z were paid for Hillary. It's like, if you're dumb enough to be like, oh shit, Beyonce said that,
Yeah,
oh hell yeah,
yeah.
and that's majority of people are that dumb
Yeah.
to be like, yeah, that's my choice. And then Trump who did Trump get? What?
Trump probably got fucking like, he got some really shitty ones.
Nugent, he got Ted Nugent.
He got some really shitty ones. He got like a former fucking child star. I forget.
He got Macaulay
I think he got like
Culkin.
the Karate Kid.
No way.
I think he did, dude. He got some real bad. No celebrities would go near him. He got like Mel Gibson.
Gibbs came out.
Tom Brady still had that fucking MAGA hat.
He rode the hat.
Oh, I
yeah.
forgot to include that in this. I had the
my
worst.
God.
I just did a. So Bennington show on XM does this thing every year where they interview comedians and ask them for their prediction for the Super Bowl.
Mm-hmm.
And I was at the gym and I was on the fucking ellipti, killing it, dude. It was a tough ellipti today.
Yeah. Would you have the incline on?
No, don't worry about it. I don't know, fucking 10,
had it on
10,
decline?
whatever it is.
Damn.
Yeah. But in my head, I was playing through what I was going to say.
Yeah.
Because I know it's like a 10-second fucking clip of just my prediction and maybe something funny. If you're corny enough to try to be funny with an interview of comics like fucking like Jim Norton and all these major comics, and then I come on and I try to be funny, which is ridiculous that I was thinking this. But I was in my head, I was going over what I was going to say. I'd be like, fucking sick. And then he called me as soon as I got off the fucking elliptical, and he was like, all right, so basically you just, who's going to win, what's the score, and why are they going to win?
Yeah.
And he was like, all right, we're going to record this. We'll air it. Go ahead. And I was like, first off, let me tell you something about, it was the worst fucking thing. I was like, Tom Brady is a MAGA hat wearing fucking white supremacist, and I love it. But I'm going with the Eagles. And then there was
just
also
dabbing out.
There was
dude.
also a part of me, I sucked so bad. There was a part of me in my head that was like, my friends from home are going to hear this, and me all of a sudden being like a diehard Eagle fan, they're going to be like, you never gave a fuck about the Eagles?
Who were you rooting for in the NFL?
I didn't really care.
You didn't. You were above that.
I used to love the Bucks when I was young.
So you were a Bucks man.
Yeah.
So you were always just like NFL.
The only thing I cared about was college football.
Wow.
Ever.
So
I
is
would
the
watch
NFL for white trash?
Yeah, I would say that. But then again, I think about the SEC. And
You're a fucking elitist, dude.
where I'm from is all
You're a Satanist.
white trash college football fans.
Really?
Well,
Oh yeah, you
there's-
guys are the middle.
Yeah, we're between Steelers and Eagles. We're closest to the Ravens.
That
But
makes
anyway,
sense.
in this phone call, I was like, my friend's going to hear this and call me a fucking bitch. So I was like, I'm in Philadelphia. So I wouldn't even be like, I like the Eagles.
Oh, that's so funny.
So my phone call was like, I was like, Tom Brady, we all know he's a MAGA hat wearing fucking white supremacist. I love it. I'm going Eagles 27, Pats 24.
That's the official.
Yeah. And I was like, and because the D-line for the Eagles is going to fucking stick a tiki torch up that guy's butt.
Oh, you said
So
butt.
fucking bad, dude.
Oh,
As soon as I hung up, I was like, what the fuck, dude? What the fuck was
man.
that?
See the whole thing. I was like, that's not that bad. When you hear
Yeah, the guy's butt is how it ends.
he's saying butt or
Well,
like,
I mean, I said butt to be funny because it
True.
is funny to be like, we're gonna get that guy's butt.
That's
but as soon
funny.
as I got done, I was like, I'm trying to be funny in an interview that's gonna include really good comics.
Yeah.
and I'm gonna come off like a fucking dumb shit. So like the whole walk back from the gym, I was like, Jesus Christ, dude,
Yeah.
I gotta call him back, dude.
it's,
I gotta-
it's gonna come out.
no
Yeah.
one ever is gonna hear it. No one's ever gonna hear
Still
it. But
so
oh my
funny.
god,
That's
dude.
so fucking
It was the
funny.
corniest.
That's weird to think about
Corniest take.
people being in your head while you're talking. I've done that before where I've just been like doing something or saying something, and then I'll be like, what would this person say about this? And I'm like, oh, God. And then
It's
like,
always my friend Jared.
how many people are in your head at once? You're like, what would my mom say about this?
It's, dude, every single time it's my friend Jared.
Yeah? What was he going to get you with?
Like one time we were driving on the way home from a friend's house, and there was a cop pulling someone over, and the kid behind me in the car yelled fucking bacon at the cop. He was like, fucking bacon. And the cop was got in his car and pulled us over.
Of course.
And he walks up to my window and was like, it came from this side. And he was like, get out of the car. So I get out of the car and I'm standing there talking to him, and he's like, I know it came from that side, so it was you. Yeah. And I was like, it wasn't me. And he was like, well, then who was it? And in my head, I was like, you can't be a snitch, dude. You'll get made fun of forever for being a snitch. So I looked at the cop and I was like, well, it came from my side, and it wasn't me.
Yeah,
and he was like, oh, okay.
Do some
He
detective
just went
work.
back and arrested that kid.
You got arrested for
He
that?
got fucking a ticket for, I forget what it was. Had to go to court. Yeah, real fucking
Disorderly
hardo.
conduct, maybe?
I forget. Maybe interrupting a fucking investigation.
Shit.
But yeah, you had to go to court for it.
It's a good thing you
But
fucking...
anyway, in my head, I was like, you can't be a snitch, dude. Jared's going to call you a snitch forever
so
if you
fucking
snitch
funny.
right now. So I was like, it wasn't me.
There was a time in high school, everyone was like drinking and smoking weed at this baseball field, and the cops came, and everyone could have ran away, but my car was there, and I was like, no, don't run, because I thought I would just get in more trouble.
Yeah.
And then no one ended up running. I convinced everyone to stay. Everyone got underages, and I didn't get in any trouble.
That's great, dude. You're a motherfucker for that.
Well, my car I was so stoned. I was like driving my Explorer around. I was high as fuck. I was like 17 years old. And then the cops came and everyone started...
What did you tell everyone? Were you like, we'll get in more trouble if we run? They're definitely going to just let us
one
go.
friend had a bag of weed under his foot, and like some other kid was like doing coke, and like everyone was fucked up, and they could have all had plenty of time to get away. And I was like, no, stay, guys. I'll get in so much trouble if you guys leave.
Oh,
I really
hate you
I really
for
thought
that.
I was going to get in a lot more trouble. And then the guy smelled weed in my car. And that was when I think I said that before. My friend he like looked at me and winked and was like, officer, these guys were blowing weed into our car and making fun of us for not smoking weed. And I was like, oh, we're going to jail. And the guy was like, what a bunch of dicks. And I was like, what the fuck? But yeah, I remember saying that, and a bunch of kids got arrested, and I was like, my bad.
When I got in that accident, I got in a car accident after we were drinking, and the cop was like, it smells like vodka in your car. And I was like, oh, it's just mint Skull. And he was like, really? Let me see a can. And I was like, oh, fuck. Yeah. So I fished under my seat, dude.
Wow.
Found an old can, gave it to him, and he didn't open it because it was empty, thankfully. Just smelled the outside. I was like, yeah, that's probably it. She's like, damn, dude.
Fuck.
That's what you get for being a slob.
Yeah.
You get out of crime.
That's coming. Yeah, that's coming handy.
That is one thing that's good about being a hoarder.
Yeah, it's tough for them to look around your car too.
You have supply eyes. Okay. All right, let's call it, dude.
Yep. Buy some fucking tees.
Buy the fucking t-shirt and suck our fucking dogs.
Praise the Lord, I was born to drive boat. Feeling like Slash in front of the chapel. I'm lean back with the Les Paul. Shit I smoke is like cholesterol. Spilled dressing on the vest at the festival, the best of all. Had a midget Puerto Rican at my beck and call. Best believe that there was neck involved. Fuck around and almost wrecked the sub. We took acid for 10 days straight up in the mountains. Started running with the stallions. Playing frisbee in the West Indies. Did the tango with my kidneys, eyes open. Now I know just what my kids need. Rockin' very loose pants. Rockin' very loose pants. Buried $1 million in the sand by the clock tower. Before I die, take a hot shower. Ride the Harley into the sunset. 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 By chance, I seen her in the lobby of the Ritz with a man, the one that swings the hockey stick.